I got into the real estate business because my husband and I were flipping houses as a part-time job on weekends and flipped houses over our own heads. And eventually Dave became a full-time builder and I joined Pinnacle Properties in 2005. A lot of the job you learn by doing, but there is continuing education that is required by the state. It definitely can take over your life. I like to say we work when other people play. So it is a 7-day-a-week job. So the key to success is to have a team and colleagues behind you that you can depend on if you do decide to go on vacation. It was a shock in the spring. Nobody knew quite what was going to happen. But what we found was that people started to value Wellesley even more as a place to buy a home. We've actually benefited from COVID from a real estate perspective. We found that people were quarantining in apartments or condos, decided they needed more space, or perhaps they were trying to have their children Zoom and work from home and had to think about additional workspaces. I had another buyer that decided to move back home to be near their parents because the crisis and pandemic encouraged them to reevaluate where they were in their lives. And then with all the technology, we were able to move pretty quickly to a socially distant showings. So I had a listing that came on in March, and in the beginning, I would wait outside and let buyers walk through the house with their agent and then answer questions on the front lawn. And I did a lot of FaceTime tours in the house. I actually had one offer from a buyer that never even got inside the house. She had her realtor go and she was expecting her first baby and was very nervous, understandably, about the things we didn't know then. And so that was a first for me. I will confess that even I, as the quarantine continued, said to my husband, I can't stand that master bath another minute. So we started doing our master suite over. And again, with people spending so much time at home, they started to see the things that they would like to improve. Well, one of the interesting things about this market is just how strong it has been, and I have had people ask me if they think this strong real estate market will continue. So when the pandemic struck, the inventory nationally and locally was really low. So the number of available homes for sale was on the historic lows. So then with the rates continuing to be very low, interest rates for mortgages, and demand to be increasing because of the reasons we talked about coming from Boston to the suburbs, that we don't really expect the real estate market to collapse. Of course, no one can predict the future. We always say we can only look behind and tell you what happened. But at this point, we do see that the market should continue to be strong through the winter. Well, I'm in a beautiful home that I'm listing for sale today at 11 Mount View Road. If you're considering selling your home, now is the time to call me and find out what you need to know to be prepared for the spring market.